Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to my wonderful 117 subscribers. Thank you, each and every one of you, for taking the time to watch another episode of the Krakens Lair comics. I've gone up a significant amount of subscribers, and honestly, it really makes me happy that people are watching my channel, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think I'm doing is good. If you tell me something you think that sucks, if you tell me something you would like to see, if it's in my power to do so, I would love to accommodate those requests, because I'm, clearly 117 subscribers. I am not a big channel. Now, I'm just showing this book to show a comic book, because I go off on rants. Now, I just got back from a week paid vacation from my work, and I took my lovely and amazing wife camping. And it was a great time. We went to the Little Grand Canyon in Georgia. We went to Andersonville, which has a very dark history. For those of you that know stuff about the Civil War, it was very powerful but somber. Glad we went to do it. She had a great time camping. We got home. Of course, we've been gone for just a couple of days, and one of our dog's eyes, both of our eyes are not looking really good. So I was like, oh well, just got home, got to deal with that. But while I was away, the neighbor that we had watching our house, I let her know that I had some packages arriving, and she was kind enough to bring those inside. Now, these are both packages from auction purchases. One's a pre-auction purchase from the We Love Comics channel from Chris. Now, I'm going to flip the screen here for a second. Hopefully I don't mess this up, because I've been known to do that. Flipping the screen. Hi, it's Dan, the Kraken Man. Now, this is sort of a nod to Chris, who works with PGX. I have no contracts signed with Chris. I don't have to say anything glowing about Chris or the We Love Comics channel, because there's no contract signed, and I can just say things based on my own experience. So you, my lovely subscribers, can trust me. I have bought a lot of comics from Chris. Major comics. Amazing Spider-Man 14, First Appearance of Green Goblin, Avengers #1, Iron Man #1, Daredevil #1. Big comic books. I bought, minor keys. I bought a Hulk 180 from him, so I could have two of them. I bought a Wolverine #1, so I could have two of them. I'm not just buying a $10 book from Chris. And I'm always amazed, at his auctions. He doesn't charge tax. If it's above $500, he offers a 4-month payment plan, no interest. A lot of the books that he sells, he's already paid to have pressed, dry cleaned, graded. So you don't have to do that. Now, since it's graded, you don't have to guess at the grade. Now he does use PGX, and there's a lot of people out there PGX, I never use them, they suck at burr, and stuff going on with CGC right now. If that makes you more confident, okay, cool, do it. And I'm just shocked. If I had the money to have purchased every single book that he had listed at the last auction, I would have done it. Because they're all below fair market value. And I did not waste the opportunity to buy some amazing books from Chris from the We Love Comics channel. So we're going to get the first box, and I'm going to do not crush, do not crush. I don't want to turn around the other side because it's got, you know, my personal information, which I don't really care about, but you know, Chris's personal information, which he does care about. He is very protective of all of his buyers' personal information, where he doesn't even keep it. So, like, I bought many books from him, and he's also like, "What's your address? Like, don't you have this like already? Like, come on! Like, I bought so many books from you." He's like, "Don't." He's like, "I don't keep it. You know, I guess in case, you know, his computer gets hacked or something. He doesn't want to be responsible for, I don't know." Like, dude, this is gonna be a long video. It's already gonna be a long video because, like, all right, it's a box inside a box inside a box. It's a mystery wrapped in an enigma, in a riddle. And because the way he packages, like, this is not really something you can save. But he does it because, I mean, we all as comic collectors have received packages where our comic books were due. This is going to take a while. And he takes great care once you put your payment down and you're like, this book is mine. He treats it the same as if it was his book and how he would want it to be packaged. Like, that's just the first box. And here's another one. Seems kind of fluffy or... Okay, no personal information. I'm not sure which of the two this one is. I know watching me open boxes does not make for a compelling video, but I know Chris has a lot of haters out there. And I'm also watching auctions where, like, no one's bidding. And even it's like a $400 comic, $1,000 comic, it's like you can bid with confidence because you're going to get them. Safe and sound. Yep. Use the painter's tape. A tip I learned from Chris. A tip I learned from Chris that it's sticky, but it's not like, you know, that packing tape that just trying to remove it, it puts so much pressure. I'm like, okay. Right now, we're going through the bubble wrap. Oh, the small bubble wrap to get to the bigger bubble wrap. And inside this, there is another Gemini nailer. Hey Chris, I think you really protected the comic book you sold to me. Thank you. And it looks like a note. Thank you as always, Daniel. Enjoy your comic. Smiley face. Sincerely, Chris. The We Love Comics. It's a nice little touch that he does not have to do, but I do appreciate it. I like it. You know, it's like you're acknowledging me as a purchaser. You know, as a somebody who's put out some money, and I don't know, it makes me feel good. I don't know if that makes me like shallow or something, but like I like it. So this was a pre-auction purchase. He had listed comics that he was going to list on his auction, and that was on the table. Like, are you interested in the book? Make me a fair deal. And I looked up this, and oh, there's a bonus comic. Always bonus comic. Trying to figure out how to do this. Maybe show it backwards first to get the bonus comic out. Amazing Spider-Man 194. First appearance of the Black Cat. You guys know what that means. Graded a 6.0. So I got to get this out of the protective bag that PGX put this in. And bonus comic. Thank you. I mean, it's like, he doesn't have to do this. I don't care if it's worth 50 cents. Thanks, Chris. Like, that was like really cool. Plague Upon Them. The cover looks really nice. And I love X-Men. Who doesn't love X-Men? So I'm going to try to put this up so we can appreciate this. The thing about this cover is it's such a black background. Let's see, like, yeah, it's gonna slide. It shows every little crease, every little ding. Newsstand, a 6.0. Like, I will take that all day, every day. Yeah, I mean, it's not perfect. I sold my copy to build my deck, and I really lamented it because, like, man, if you don't think that Black Cat is coming, I can't help you as a collector. It's a female character attached to Spider-Man, and there's the whole, like, you know, love triangle, or, you know, conflict of love between, you know, Spider-Man and MJ, and here's Black Cat, and she's a bad girl. Like, somebody is going to make this movie. And I urge all of my subscribers to pick this up. I'm trying to, like, hopefully it'll stay there. So my notes on this: ASM 194 in a 6.0, which this is graded. I paid $180. That includes shipping to Chris. The fair market value right now is $200. So, you know, 180, 200, that does not seem like a lot. But ask yourself the question, where is this book going? They announce, you know, Lady Gaga, actually that'd be a good choice, to play Black Cat. They make an announcement. Disney, where they're going, you know, female-centric characters. Someone is going to do this. It's not if, it's when. It's already graded, so I did not have to pay for the pressing, the dry cleaning, the grading, the added expense that Chris had to pay for insurance, the shipping to send it off, the insurance that you have to pay the grading company, you know, because they're like, well, you know, if you're saying this book is worth X amount of dollars and something happens, we don't want to be on the hook for that, so you pay for their insurance. But here it is, a 6.0. bought this pre-auction. It is now mine. Thank you, Chris, at the We Love Comics channel. My phone thing is drooping. That's what she said. Such a great book. So pleased. I'll look at it closer after I get through the next box. So once again, I know watching me open up boxes is not the most compelling video, but it seems like Chris has doubters out there and people that are looking for any reason to hate on him. So I want to use every opportunity that I can take to give people confidence. You can buy these books from Chris, and I don't care if it's $200, $500, $1,000, $1,500. You will not be disappointed. I never have. Ever. In years of buying books from the We Love Comics auctions. And once again, I don't have like contracts. like I keep telling Chris, like jokingly, I was like I don't even get a candy bar. He said, well, the candy bar will like melt all over the comic books. But like maybe one day, like just you'll throw a candy bar into an envelope and mail it to me, and like you'll call it even. So I gotta flip the screen again, just so everyone can see. Here's the second box. All over it's like, do not crush, do not bend. I can't turn around the other side because that's his address, my address, which I don't even care. Like you don't want to try to break into my house, I assure you. But I get it. I mean, I've not had similar awful experiences that Chris has had. Like hate mail and whatnot. That who wants that in their life? I'm going out the mailbox and and all of a sudden here's I hope you burn. I hate you. Oh. Packing peanuts. You're awesome, but okay, I gotta cut it this way. Still not enough. Still packing peanuts and tape and stuff. But you know what, man? I would rather go through this slow process than here's a comic book in a bubble wrap envelope. It's tempting to be so excited about getting your new cut there. Look, there's all peanut. There it is. I just lost the peanuts. It's so tempting in your excitement to get your new comic book that you inadvertently cause it harm. I've done it. I'm sure most collectors, if they've been around for a minute, there's been a time that you were like, oh no, what have I just done? So, wow. This is way more than I purchased from Chris. So, could just be, it's just Gemini mailer is cool. But, because Chris sends like bonus comics, I just wanted to be sure that like I wasn't, you know, so this could be just packing. But at the end of the day, I got multiple Gemini mailers that I can package up my comic books that I don't have to incur the cost for the Gemini mailer. The boxes are obviously destroyed, but that's okay. Lots of bubble wrap. What do we have in here? We have another note. Thank you, good sir. You're going to make a bundle on this one. And he is not wrong. This, I know what it is. No one bid on this. Oh, there it is. Bonus comic. That's why you gotta be careful opening up packages from Chris. This looks really cool. Lady Macanica. Wait, she looks really cool. I'm intrigued. I like the artwork. I'm gonna look at that tonight. Free Gemini mailer. Awesome. So, I gotta pause here for a second. I was watching the auction. Chris listed this at $2.99. And when he said what it was and what the grade was, I immediately like jumped to like $3.20. Because he does like books for less than $500, like increments of like $5. So I was like, oh, you're listening for, you know, 300, you know, you bid 300, the next bid has to be like 305, 310, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I thought this was going to go at least 370, 380. I would have taken that as a win. So my opening bid was 320. And no one bid. No one bid. And I'll show it, but like Ultimate Fallout 4, 9.2. First print, already graded. Let me get it out of the bag. I'll flip the screen and show you. This is another book I sold. Made a lot of money on it. And I wanted it back because if you don't think that they're going to make a live action Miles Morales movie, especially after the success of the cartoon, whatever you want to call it, version of this, you probably don't need to be investing in comic books. Graded a 9.2. First print, Miles Morales. $320? I think a lot of people missed the boat on this one. A lot of people. A lot of people. Sorry, my face is so close. A lot of people missed the boat on this one. A lot of his longtime subscribers and people that have bid on his comics, like, I was shocked. That was my opening bid was 320 because I was just like, dude, this is like immediately going to be like you know, a bidding war. You know, the 320, 330, 345, 350, 370, 380. The current value of a 9.2 is $4.25. I'm seeing most of them on eBay for a 9.2 is $4.50. And I paid $3.20 plus $15 shipping. Oh, don't want to mess up there, Dan. So I don't want to mess up my comics, so I'm going to like turn the screen and you guys get to look at me again. Now, when I saw the key issues of comics that were not selling on the auction, there was another one. X-Men 94, graded a 5.5. I got it for $399. Fair market value is between $450 and $500. However, I bought it for a 5.5 grade, and on eBay right now, for a 5.0, they're asking $465, $490. So $399 plus shipping. Pretty cool with that. X-Men is coming to the MCU. You know, Wolverine's coming in the Deadpool movie. And so some of those, I was like even if it was like a little bit more, it's like you got to see where books are going. And, you know, the pandemic was crazy. Drove the prices of books way up. People panicked and started selling books low because they bought it at the wrong time. But Ultimate Fallout 4, 9.2. First appearance of the Black Cat at a 6.0. X-Men 94 at $399. I was shocked. He was selling this Fantastic Four #1, graded 0.5. The back cover was married. It was, you know, a comic book cover, but not the original. The front cover was a facsimile, and it was like, don't let me misspeak for Chris, because I don't want him to get offers and people like, yeah, the Kraken man said it was this. I want to say it was like $3,500. That's a lot of money, but I'm like just racking my brain. Like, I want to get this book. I pursued the Daredevil #1 that I purchased from him for years. He'd list it, no one would bid on it. I didn't have the money. It spiked, and so I certainly didn't have the money. And when it came into a realm where I could deal with it, I pounced, and I made the video, and it's mine. And the X-Men 94 is mine. ASM 194 is mine. Ultimate Fallout 4 is mine. Wow, there's a weird 4 thing. 194? 94? 4? 444. I win. So thank you, Chris, at the We Love Comics. Thank you, people that don't bid on his auctions, because I'm telling you, in a short order, very short order, the Daredevil #1 that you thought for $1,600 was way too expensive are going to be lining up to buy that from me. When Black Cat comes out, and she's gonna, it's a girl, it's Disney, Spider-Man, whether Sony does it, someone's gonna do it. And when her first appearance at a high respectable grade of a 6.0, you thought, what did I say it was? 180 was way too much for that book. You can line up and buy it to me for twice as much. Ultimate Fallout 4, 9.0. I spent $320 on it, and when Miles Morales and they name an actor and put him in a live action movie that you're like, oh, that was too much. And when you're lining up to buy that from me for 3 times as much, well, thank you for not seeing the opportunity of where these books are going. Because, like, the last batch of books I sold, I bought a I didn't, but contractors, a $9,000 front porch. We currently, from books I sold, have $6,000 stashed away to buy, as a down payment to buy a new car for my lovely and amazing wife. So, I urge you to believe in the prices that Chris is selling books for. I urge you to believe in the value of the books that he is picking to sell. He had an ASM 6, first appearance of the Lizard. And I know Lizard's not on the radar right now, but I still want to get that. I just think I should take a portion of my paycheck and just mail it to Chris, because I'd buy every book that he is offering to sell, because when I look back and I bought the ASM 14 first appearance of Green Goblin for $750, and it's now worth 3 times that. It was restored, sure, so we'll shave a little bit off that. So I urge all of my subscribers to subscribe to the We Love Comics channel. And when he does an auction, bid with confidence, man. Just trust in it, because I have not been disappointed. So, I'm not here to give financial advice. It's comics. So when the X-Men 94 comes in, but here's this. What is not to love about that? The backwards 9.2. So everyone, thank you for watching the Krakens Lair comics. Like I said, I just got back from camping and on vacation, so maybe I was a little bit rambly or whatever. Leave a comment, hit the like button, bucket. Hit the like bucket. Maybe I'll start a new trend. Drop a coin in a like bucket. Thank you for watching, and when the X-Men 94 comes in, I'm going to make another video. And when I buy another book from Chris, I'll make another video, because apparently people are missing out on this opportunity, and I'm still trying to figure out how I can get that FF number 1, because I got some books I can sell and pay for that, and that would be grail. So everyone, enjoy comic books, enjoy comic book collecting, enjoy the process of allowing amazing books to come into your collection, and allow that to happen. It's not free, but oh man, sometimes I just go flipping through my collection. And I'm like, oh man, here's my Daredevil number 1. Here's my, the first appearance of Green Goblin. Here's my first appearance of Black Panther, which I also bought from Chris. Oh, here's my Strange Tales 110. First appearance of Doctor Strange, which I also bought from Chris. And I'm like, man, I just can't believe I have these key, super key issues in my collection. But the theme continues, no one else bid. So, I don't know, like I want to promote his auctions, but the department's like, yeah, people, don't bid. It's all a scam. Like, don't do it. Because I'm going to snatch him up. Trust me, I'm going to snatch him up as much as my lovely and amazing wife will let me. Because she gets it. Because we have a $9,000 deck. We got $6,000 set aside for a new car for her from comic books. So don't bid, people. Don't do it. But do watch the We Love Comics channel.